Well, I'm back again to talk about American domestic politics. I haven't been on here a minute because I have kind of a nasty cold or whatever allergies, so I don't sound too good. Um, yeah, was anybody's guess when I went to work? Everybody noticed they heard my voice sound very raspy. Yeah. Anyways, I'm back because I can talk a little better. I'm getting better. Uh, yeah, I get these. Sounds crazy, but every time it gets warm, I get a cold. I get what you call a spring or summer cold, which is crazy. It makes no sense. But I know that's what it is because every year I get the same freaking thing. It's like clockwork. So, yeah. Anyways, now I can talk. So, that's what I do best. I'm here to talk about American domestic politics, and I want people to guess how much we're paying a day for this war in Iran from Trump. And think about what we could be doing for this country with that money right now. It would infuriate you. So I'm going to show you a quick figure here, but I'm going to tell you right before I even show you. It's like $890 million a day. Yes, you heard that right. So almost $1 billion a day we're paying for this war. Just think about what we can do for this country in 30 days with that amount of money a day. Whether it's, I don't know, fix Social Security for another generation. Maybe transform our healthcare system for a better healthcare system than we have today. Give children all over the country free meals, school lunches. You know, a lot of stuff we can do. We could do stuff for renewable energy. We could do stuff to help nationwide poverty. Think about all the things that our money is not being used for, and then think about what it's being used for and what our taxes are paying for. We are paying for wars we don't even support. We are paying for these people to do whatever the heck they want with our finances with no accountability. Okay. And like I said, with this current president, it's revealing exactly who all these people are. All of them. And I don't even know if half the time Donald Trump is on planet Earth, to be honest with you. He looks like he's mentally losing it. All right. He literally was mocking people with disabilities the other day, talking about Gavin Newsom. All right, because I guess apparently he was dyslexic and all these other things. So, oh, well, nobody like that should ever qualify to be president. Anybody with a disability should never be president. As we're watching a guy sitting in the White House making a complete ass out of himself, talking about how people with disabilities should not be near the White House, when everything this guy touches turns to rust. All right. His whole life has been built on a fraud and a con, full of money with a silver spoon in his mouth from his daddy. Okay. This guy, who talks like a fifth grader and is going through mental decline every day, every ticking time day, to his 80th birthday. Okay. That guy. All right. Then, as he was making his comments about people with disabilities shouldn't be anywhere near the presidency, he also said President Gavin Newsom in his speech. Speaking of disabilities, hey, Donald, you are the president. Did you not know that? So you're letting the media now manipulate your brain because they're talking about Gavin Newsom. So now you're convinced that Gavin Newsom in your mind is president right now, even though you are the current president, Trump. Speaking of people with mental or decline or learning disabilities, hey, y'all voted for that. That's your mess. That's all I gotta say. This guy's making a complete joke of our country. But I'm going to show you a clip of the stats and how our money's being spent and where it should be spent instead.
that were necessary during the time of Doge before they got packed up and did nothing to address the deficit and the amount of spending we're doing right now for things the American people overwhelmingly don't want.
$890 million per day. Think about that. That's how much Trump is costing us in a war with Iran. $890 million per day. What do you think our country could do with that money in just 30 days? Social Security secured for every generation for life. Universal health care for everyone. A livable wage for teachers and nurses so they wouldn't have to pay out of their own pocket for supplies while billionaire fat cats profit. The only war that we should be in today is a war on greed, a war on poverty. Because once that war starts and we take back from the billionaires and the corrupt politicians everything they took from all of us, only then will we truly be America first. The y'all MAGA people want to keep on making justifications for this immoral, corrupt pedopose because you're too prideful. You're too consumed with hubris. You can't simply say you were wrong. And I will repeat, as I always have, even though y'all hate me, denouncing Donald Trump and this administration does not magically turn you into a mythical lib. You can remain Republican and conservative, and we can still disagree about you. And we will. But the MAGA movement is and always was a foreign-funded psyop to get you to not only want to harm me, but harm yourselves. Remember when that flag stood for freedom? All you gotta do is reach out and admit it.
Honestly, Vivek, if you just ran that, if you just gave him a couple dollars and ran that and saved your $10 million, that would do better than what you throwing out there. It 1,000% would do better than what you throwing out there. But
That was correct analogy. Now look at how our money could be spent and look at how it's being spent right now. And this is not about people converting their beliefs. Again, there are people out there, they want to identify as conservatives. That's fine. You believe what you believe. But just know, this is your time to take a stand and have principles. And stop defending your fragile ego and hubris and your tribalism. Just admit this guy's corrupt and you made a bad choice. Admit he's not a good person. He's doing horrible things to our country. Okay? And a big part of MAGA is a foreign-funded psyop. Because what's going on right now is weakening the barriers of our country. We are becoming a joke around the world. All right. This isolationism is going to destroy our country. All right. When it comes to trade and doing business with other countries. But we're not really being isolationist, are we? We're going to war with a bunch of countries and being a bunch of bullies. For what? We're paying for it. All of us are paying for it. For what? What is the end goal? There is no goal. We're going to be in forever wars. Okay? Take a stand. I know for a fact if I voted for somebody and they were as disastrous as this guy, I would be saying something like, hey, no. We need new leadership in our party. We need to clean house. Because this is not okay. All right. And I've been a lifelong Democrat. I've been very critical of my Democratic Party. All right. I do have principles. I do speak up when I don't like something. I am critical of these people. But you have to be objective and see and understand what the priorities of this country need, what the priorities should be for this country and what needs to be addressed, regardless of how we approach things or whether we agree to disagree. But right now, what's going on, this is not making our country better. All right. Going to World War III with all these nations is going to put us further in harm's way and further weaken our moral standing around the world. For nothing. For somebody's ego and bank account. So, that's all I wanted to say here in this video. All right, see y'all later. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.